The year was 1912, a time of great innovation and progress. The RMS Titanic, a marvel of engineering and human ingenuity, embarked on her maiden voyage from Southampton to New York. This unsinkable ship, the largest and most luxurious of its time, was a floating palace of opulence and grandeur, boasting amenities never before seen at sea. It carried over 2,200 souls, a diverse mix of millionaires, immigrants, and dreamers, all sailing towards a new life and new opportunities in America. The Titanic's story, however, took a tragic turn on the night of April 14, 1912, when it struck an iceberg in the North Atlantic. The ship of dreams sank in the early hours of April 15, etching its place in history as a symbol of both human ambition and the fragility of life. Over 1,500 lives were lost in the icy waters. Yet, amidst the tragedy, the Titanic offers a fascinating glimpse into a bygone era, reflecting the social and cultural norms of the early 20th century. One aspect that reveals much about life aboard the Titanic is the food served to its passengers, which varied greatly depending on one's social class. Let's embark on a culinary journey, exploring the meals enjoyed and endured by those aboard the Titanic, from the lavish feasts of the first class to the more modest fare of the third class. We'll uncover the stark differences between first and third class dining, revealing how food reflected the social hierarchy and the disparities of the early 20th century, offering a window into the lives of those who sailed on this ill-fated voyage. If you enjoyed this journey through history, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating stories from the past. For first-class passengers, the Titanic offered an unparalleled culinary experience. Dining was an extravagant affair, a testament to wealth and indulgence. Imagine stepping into one of the Titanic's opulent dining saloons. Glimmering chandeliers illuminated tables draped in crisp linens and set with sparkling silverware. The air hummed with the chatter of the elite, punctuated by the clinking of champagne glasses. The menus, written in French, the language of haute cuisine, boasted an astonishing array of dishes. From oysters and caviar to roasted duckling and Waldorf pudding, the meals were a testament to the finest culinary traditions of the Edwardian era. It was a world of culinary opulence, where every meal was a celebration of taste and extravagance. To truly grasp the grandeur of first-class dining on the Titanic, let's delve into a typical dinner menu that was served to the elite passengers. On the evening of April 14, 1912, the night the Titanic tragically sank, first-class passengers were presented with an extravagant 11-course feast showcasing the finest culinary delights of the era. The meal commenced with oysters, a delicacy savored by the wealthy and a symbol of luxury and sophistication. Next came a creamy soup, rich and velvety, warming the palates of the diners and setting the stage for the courses to follow. This was followed by poached salmon with mousseline sauce, a dish that exemplified the elegance and refinement of first-class dining. The main course offered a choice of roast squab, a tender and flavorful bird that was a favorite among the elite, chicken, prepared to perfection, or lamb, succulent and rich in taste, all accompanied by a selection of fresh, seasonal vegetables adding color and variety to the meal. And let's not forget the desserts. From delicate French pastries to the classic Waldorf pudding, the array of sweet treats provided the perfect ending to a lavish and unforgettable meal. Each course was a testament to the culinary skills and dedication of the ship's chefs, who worked tirelessly behind the scenes to satisfy the discerning palates of their wealthy clientele, ensuring that every meal was a memorable experience. For those seeking an even more exclusive dining experience, the Titanic offered the a la carte Ritz restaurant. This restaurant, named after the famous hotel chain, provided an intimate setting for first-class passengers to enjoy meals at an additional cost. Here, the menus were even more extravagant, featuring dishes like grilled asparagus with hollandaise sauce and filet mignon with truffles. The Ritz restaurant was the epitome of luxury dining, a place where money was no object and every culinary whim could be indulged. It was a testament to the growing obsession with luxury and exclusivity among the upper classes of the early 20th century. In stark contrast to the opulence of first-class dining, life in third class was a different world. The grandeur and luxury of the upper decks were a far cry from the more modest accommodations below. Passengers in steerage, many of whom were immigrants seeking a better life, had to contend with cramped quarters and limited amenities. These passengers often shared small, crowded spaces with several others, making privacy a rare commodity. Food, while plentiful, was basic and designed to be filling rather than fancy. The meals were crafted to provide the necessary energy for the long voyage, focusing on sustenance over sophistication. Meals in third class were served in a communal dining area, a far cry from the elegant dining saloons of first class. This setup fostered a sense of community among the passengers, who often shared stories and experiences over their meals. The menu reflected the simple tastes and limited budgets of the passengers. It was designed to be hearty and satisfying, ensuring that everyone had enough to eat. Breakfast might consist of porridge, bread and coffee, providing a warm and filling start to the day. While lunch and dinner typically included dishes like stew, potatoes and vegetables. These meals were simple but nourishing, offering a taste of home for many. While the food lacked the sophistication of first class, it provided much-needed sustenance for the long journey ahead. Despite the simplicity, these meals were a crucial part of the voyage, helping passengers maintain their strength and morale. The contrast between first and third class dining on the Titanic was a stark reminder of the social divisions of the era. While the wealthy dined on delicacies served on fine china, those in steerage ate simple fare from tin plates. This disparity in dining experiences highlights the vast social gulf that existed between the upper and lower classes in the early 20th century. For the wealthy elite, food was not just sustenance, it was an expression of their social standing. Their elaborate meals were a way to showcase their wealth and refinement. For those in third class, food served a more practical purpose to fuel their bodies for the journey ahead. The food served on the Titanic, however, reveals more than just dietary differences. It offers a glimpse into the social hierarchy of the early 20th century. The opulence of first-class dining, with its emphasis on French cuisine and elaborate rituals, reflected the aspirations of the nouveau riche. They sought to emulate the lifestyles of the European aristocracy, using food as a marker of their newfound wealth and status. In contrast, the simple, hearty meals served in third class reflected the lives of the working class. These were people accustomed to hard labor and simple pleasures. Their food, while lacking in refinement, was nourishing and reflected their practical approach to life. The Titanic's menus serve as a culinary time capsule, offering valuable insights into the culinary landscape of the Edwardian era. The emphasis on French cuisine in first class highlights the dominance of French culinary traditions during this period. French chefs were highly sought after, and French cuisine was seen as the epitome of elegance and sophistication. The Titanic's menus also reveal the growing popularity of certain ingredients and dishes. Oysters, for example, were a highly prized delicacy, a symbol of wealth and indulgence. The inclusion of dishes like Waldorf pudding and mousseline sauce reflects the evolving tastes of the time. Today, the Titanic's legacy lives on, not just through its tragic history, but also through its culinary traditions. Historians and food enthusiasts have painstakingly recreated the ship's menus, offering a taste of what life was like aboard the Titanic. These culinary recreations provide a fascinating glimpse into the past, allowing us to experience the flavors and textures of a bygone era. From the opulence of first class to the simplicity of third class, the Titanic's meals offer a unique perspective on the social and culinary landscape of the early 20th century. They remind us that food is more than just sustenance. It is a reflection of our culture, our values, and our place in the world. The Titanic's story, though tragic, reminds us of the power of food to connect us across time and cultures. It allows us to step back in time and experience the world through the lens of a shared human experience, the act of sharing a meal. Whether it was an 11-course feast or a simple bowl of stew, food played an integral role in the lives of those aboard the Titanic. It provided sustenance, comfort, and a sense of community. And while the Titanic's voyage ended in tragedy, the stories of its passengers and the meals they ate continue to fascinate and inspire us today. As we reflect on the Titanic's culinary journey, we are reminded that even in the face of tragedy, the human spirit endures. The stories of the passengers and crew, their hopes, dreams, and even their meals, continue to resonate with us today. The Titanic's legacy is a reminder of the fragility of life, the importance of human connection and the enduring power of food to bring us together. The next time you sit down to a meal, take a moment to appreciate the food before you and the journey it took to reach your plate. And remember the Titanic, a ship that sailed into history, leaving behind a legacy etched in time.